Okay, so I just saw the Spider-Man movie, and it is pretty good. I liked everything in it. I liked the Hulk. I liked Punisher. That was really neat. Um, I like how it didn't stop for pauses or for applause, I should say. And if it did, it was like for very, very few. Um, I also feel like something was missing in the movie. Like I understand, like this is not like it was a very good, complete movie visually speaking. I really love that. I like the idea of him just being both instead of just being one or the other, and him really accepting that. Um, but it like feels tonally different as well. Like there's more color. Like there's more. Um, uh, there's more. I don't know, more color, more darkness, more lightness. I really couldn't really explain it to you. I will say though, in terms of spoilers, I feel like there's really nothing to spoil. The Hulk was already shown, so that wasn't something to spoil. All the bad guys that you saw in the in the uh, in the trailers, like that was exactly what you thought it was. It was just like a cavalcade of stars that happened within the first 30 seconds of the movie. Um, God, what else? Uh, Everybody knows it was Jean Grey. She was in the movie. There's really nothing to spoil. Like I don't know what you really could have spoiled that wasn't already in the trailer that you couldn't suss out from either watching breakdown videos or just having a decent amount of knowledge. So there's that. Let's see. If I were to take some guesses about some things about the movie, I think that there could have been this idea of Miles Morales being introduced, just because the cop lady, she was Puerto Rican, and her two children were Puerto Rican. Obviously, you could make the case that I think it's I actually forgot their names, but one of them. One of them could be Miles, but he doesn't have the name Miles, so obviously not. There could be the case of okay, so in the movie, they do this thing where like it's a montage of like a year passing each time, and essentially by the time the movie really starts, like it's been like the MJ and Ned have graduated college, so 4 years since the time of No Way Home, and Spider-Man is starting to do Spider-Man things again, right? But there's this instance, I can't remember if this was after the 4 years or if this was during the 4 year montage where Spider-Man saves this kid, uh, which I think it's after the 4 year montage though. So this might not be even close to accurate, but there was this little kid, and I kind of thought of when Spider-Man, or no, the Iron Man 2 movie, or Iron Man 1, when he shoots the guy and like the kid is, the kid has the Iron Man thing and I don't know, Tony, I don't know how to explain it right now. The child shoots the bad guy when it's actually Tony Stark behind him shooting the bad guy. Then Tony Stark goes, "Nice job, kid," and then he flies away. So in the continuity, that's actually Spider-Man as a kid, I think. I honestly can't remember if that's true or not. So I had that in the back of my mind, and I felt like that was kind of the same thing, where while Spider-Man didn't do that exact sort of thing, he saved the kid from being hit by something. And it seemed, maybe I'm making this a bigger deal than it needs to be, it seemed ominous enough to where or noticeable enough to where you just kind of be like, maybe that'll come back to bite you, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I really have nothing else about the movie to say. I think it was pretty good. Destin did a really good job directing. He really liked to put his so he's also directing the next Naruto movie, or the live action one. And he made sure to let everybody know, because he had Ned in Ned's room. There's a there's a Naruto poster when you exit the bathroom, I think. And so there are 2 times in which, maybe 2 or 3 times, you can see the poster. And so that's Destin's next project, I believe. So that'll be fun to watch. Anyway, I got nothing else to say about it. Pretty neat. Tombstone's in the movie for like 10 seconds. That's cool. If Spider-Man were to return, it would probably be in Secret Wars, because I don't really see a place for him in Doomsday, like, at all. And then I think some of it also is a little bit weird. This is the last part. Is like, Daredevil is not in the movie, and it's also just like, how is Frank in the movie but not Daredevil? Like, I understand they're in like 2 opposite sides of New York, I think. I don't really know. But like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like logistics wise, like, I don't know. I also feel like Frank would have called the lawyer at some, like, Frank would have called Matt at some point. It just doesn't really compute with me about how that whole in-universe thing works. But it's a comic book movie. It doesn't have to work. And there are plenty of comic books in which things are happening and they're in the same city as another person, and they don't write those people in. So, all right, that's it. Is that it? One last thing. The end of the movie, Ned remembers who Spider-Man is, because they start to shake hands and they start to do the handshake, and then Ned's like, Peter Parker, and then Peter's like, oh my God, you remember, and then the movie ends. But What's-Her-Face doesn't remember him, because so why would she, right? So yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for the movie. Good movie. Say 7 out of 10. Nah, 8 out of 10, I'll do that. You know what? To make it simpler, thumbs up.